gonna be switching up the map and gonna be getting the side from Armory, I believe. Alright, but as we do get into this, waiting for the side of Invig, gonna be picking, not Invig, Armory to pick their side. But going into this, key players on Armory eSports are gonna have to be Dynamuh and Occultp, playing absolutely out of their minds in the series before, and they're gonna have to be the key players here. While Invig's gonna be having to rely on Dpro and SupremeAaronz, who is not here right now. Gonna be waiting on Aaronz, who is not online. But we do have the side that Armory eSports does want to go on offense, and Aaronz is here, and we're gonna start right away. Not gonna hold on this game for you guys.
Now entering.
Coming into this, Invig been playing all day today. Armory did play the winners bracket and did take a nice break and watched Invig play, so they know all the strats they did last game, so it's gonna have to be a completely new ball game for them. Coming into this point, the final game of the league, as we do get off into this winners bracket, into the grand finals of the playoffs. Everybody in chat, say who you think's gonna win. Armory eSports started out as one of the bottom teams of the PWL and shocked everyone as they started beating all the top teams. Now coming into this, it's going to be very interesting to see what Invig does have in store for the side of Armory eSports, as SauceCity even admitted that Armory eSports was going to be that one team that shocked everyone, and they absolutely did when Dynamuh and on their characters went absolutely insane this playoff series. Now, gonna be wondering exactly what is in the mind of Invig as logging out their shot caller, SauceCity, an amazing Ana player, Dpro, this god Tracer, Aaronz, the god DPS, are gonna have to do against this god tier Armory squad.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Alright, as we do get into this final game, Gamester on this Reinhardt gonna be trying to match up the Daikon. Gonna be super interesting to see what they do. Obviously now playing the shield game. However though, the Genji from the side of Armory eSports may be super interesting as they don't have anything to outright deal with him. But TheKeaToSuccess on this Mercy, the pharmacy from Dynamuh. Gonna be very interesting to see what he does as Sauce with an amazing sleep shoots the Pharah right out of the sky. However though, kills going both ways as it is as Aaronz and logging out trying to pull it back for Invig, but however it looks like kills are now going to be going in the favor of Armory as they do have the numbers advantage. Aaronz getting pressured on this high ground, going to be forced to go on the point as they're now chasing these kills. However though, Gamester gonna be paying for it with his life as the follow through isn't there for him, as both sides a bit is brawling it out as this is completely chaotic. However though, looking at this, the favor of Invig as they aren't taking the point, they're just wasting time. But finally now with the ults being popped from the side of Invig, it finally looks like they're gonna hold this defense.
And yeah, I sent you a message on Discord. I just didn't read Discord, but anyways, yeah, holding out there strong from Invigorate. SupremeAaronz putting in a lot of work there at the end. On the Soldier 76, he's up on this high ground, pretty much uncontested for most of the time, and now he's going to have the Tactical Visor coming up here pretty soon. He's laying in a lot of free damage onto Golden Bullets Graviton, so now his defense getting only stronger, but the Resurrect coming in from TheKeaToSuccess, I don't know whether it's going to be enough, but this Tactical Visor going off up on top, and Tactical Visor is going to take down Dynamuh, and this is going to be a continued hold here from Invigorate as SupremeAaronz putting in absolute work up top, and I mean, just continuing to earn his name as one of the top DPS here on Invigorate. I mean, you have both the SupremeAaronz and Dpro on your team. You know, it's going to be difficult for any team to deal with you, and we are seeing the side of Armory having that problem right now, unable to get onto this first point any more than the first tick. 60.2% was as far as they made it, so that'll be the marker if you know, they do manage, or if they don't manage rather, to take this first point. But we'll see whether they're able to get anything going here, as they do have the rocket barrage. But the pulse bomb already taking down Gamester, and now the sound barrier is going to have to come out to keep the remaining people alive. But they don't really have anything to work with without Gamester available. The rocket barrage does come in from Dynamuh, but only getting a couple, and the kills still coming in from Supreme and Dpro. And they are stalling out this point very effectively, not allowing any more control to go up just yet. Now, finally, they're going to take down SupremeAaronz and get a little bit of control of this point. And it does look like Armory is going to eventually come out on top, but Sauce coming in, trying to keep the team alive. Diclan and the Dpro still alive back here. So Diclan getting that nano boost, as well as Golden Bullet with the Graviton throwing it out, but not going to have the follow-up as Diclan is taken down just in time. And we are going to see, I think, the side of Armory taking this point, but now LoggingOut coming in with the sound barrier, trying to keep Invigorate in this fight. And they are rather able to keep people alive here, but there we're going to see Occult pulling out the Dragon Blade, taken down low after pulling it out, but Dynamuh helping him out, getting these kills, and finally the point going to go the way of Armory.
Yup, and Dynamuh just diving the backline, immediately getting that kill onto the Ana, a perfect way to start out this phase.
Yeah, but Dpro right now on the objective, not allowing it to move forward just yet, giving his team a bit of a chance to try to regroup.
Yep.
And controlling this high ground.
Yep. And now coming into this, a huge ult advantage for the side of Armory, as they have 5 ults online for this side. Dpro in the backline, however, immediately gets spotted and is taking a lot of pressure as he's going to be forced to back up. Self-destruct coming in, not going to get any value as it's completely blocked. Sound barrier coming out of Folkonz as Armory eSports is getting super aggressive and all the kills are going in their favor.
Yeah, just using the self-destruct and the sound barrier that time. The self-destruct didn't get anything as it was charged out by Diclan, but all of the other kills came in the backfield. And, you know, despite Diclan making a hero play there and saving his team, it was not quite enough. And still, Invigorate, no ultimates available for them. They almost held that first point very strong, but now are kind of getting rolled through the other points. And Occult does get taken down, but nothing's going to be picked up by that Earth Shatter from Diclan, and the Rocket Barrage coming in from Dynamuh going to pick up 2, so this is going to keep this moving forward as Invigorate unable to get established here. We are seeing an Armory playing very, very well right now and completely negating this, you know, these incredible DPS of Supreme and Dpro coming into these the payload phase of this map.
Yep, and it's going to be a lot of pressure, but finally, ult advantage now going to the side of Invig. It's going to be very interesting seeing what Armory does to combat this.
Armory does have the res available, and now the self-destruct coming up for zWildTiger as well, so can make good use out of those 2 ults. But the sound barrier going to come in from LoggingOut and trying to keep this defending team alive. Shouldn't see the nano boost coming out now onto Golden Bullet, but it's going to be Dpro getting these kills. zWildTiger taken down, but res immediately afterwards, so they're going to be able to keep this pushing forward here. Dragon Blade coming out from Occult, getting the kills onto SupremeAaronz, and still we see Armory pushing forward, not really being stopped that much once they got onto the payload section of the map.
Yup, and now they're just staggering in as Golden Bullet on this D.Va being forced to come out by himself. There's no support whatsoever from his team. However, though, Aaron's getting that kill onto Gamester on the Ryan, who did have the Earth Shatter, is going to be pretty big. Dynamuh now coming up with an Earth Shatter of his own, looking for people to shatter, but nobody is there as they're pretty well spread out. He is going to get the Lucio and the D.Va. D.Va going to get D-Mech, but however, Gamester hitting a shatter of his own. And right now, kills going both ways, but Gamester just swinging around in the backline. Going to be shut down by Dynamuh on his counterpart. And right now, Invig looking definitely strong, but a huge res going to be coming out the key to success. And right now, a huge chance for the side of Armory to finish this. But with 19 seconds remaining, it's going to be very close to see if they even finish with time. But it doesn't look like it, as the side of Invig are all coming out to stagger this out. And now Aaronz and Sauce, the last two alive for the side of Invig, are both going to go down. As they finish, they're going to get stalled out with no time remaining at the last second. Now into overtime. The stagger from Invig going to be coming, but there's no support whatsoever as they're only staggering in. And all the kills right now are going in the favor of Invig. However, though, Aaronz coming on that Bastion is going to get immediately shut down by Dynamuh. Going to be popping the Dragon Blade, but not going to get anything. It's actually going to be dashing off the map. That is not something they wanted, but it doesn't matter as all the kills are still going for Invig, as nobody can kill Dynamuh on this Pharah, and Gamester is going to be putting the hammer to the Mei's face.
Armory absolutely surprising everyone there, coming out very strong on their attack at the end, and completing the map against Invigorate. Not an easy task to complete, you know. Definitely putting on a show there, and yeah, Dynamuh on that Pharah was a huge part of that. But once again, Occult swapping onto the Genji, but key to success, hitting res after res, making very good value out of those. I mean, a lot of good play coming out from Armory there, and they, you know, despite being a bit of a sleeper, they are coming out very strong here in this first map.
Definitely, without a doubt. But now coming into this defense, Armory eSports are gonna go up against Invig, and specifically, they're gonna be going up against SupremeAaronz. And he's going to have to shut down this defense, as he was the main player on the defense. And coming on the offense, you're going to give Aaronz a lot more room to work with. It's going to be on to Dynamuh to shut him down as well as he did before, or zWildTiger on this Soldier that he's been known to play, to match up to the same value of SupremeAaronz.
Yeah, I mean, matching up to SupremeAaronz on the Soldier, definitely going to be very difficult to do. I mean, SupremeAaronz right now on the Widowmaker, so maybe we'll see him, you know, try to get a pick or two. I would love to see that. He's got incredible aimbot, so definitely going to be interesting if he's on that hero for a little while. But of course, we will see him get back onto the Soldier 76 right after that if he does. So, you know, I don't know if there's anyone in this league that can really match up to his level of Soldier play. But we'll have to see whether zWildTiger can do so. Seeing Golden Bullet staying on the Genji, Dpro swapping off of that Hanzo after the initial Sonic Arrow. But this dive going to be coming in from Invigorate very quickly, as they often do. Dynamuh waiting until he has the support of his team, and then he's going to be going in deep. And there it is, dives in immediately, and SupremeAaronz coming out on top on that 1v1, taking out zWildTiger. Key to success taken out as well, and they do lose Dynamuh, but that is going to be enough. Invig coming out very strong on their attack and taking this first point very quickly, only losing one member in the process, Dynamuh, and I mean, that is exactly what we need to see out of Invig. They're going to be coming into the second phase with a whole lot of time, and all they need to do right now is complete this map with more than a minute, and they will deny Armory the chance at a second attack. So despite losing you know, all 3 points on their defense, Invig still in a position where they can come out on top here.
Yep, couldn't agree more. And going on this next fight is going to be very interesting to see what they do, as Golden Bullet and Dpro are about to have their ults, as nothing is up for the side of Armory, as this wipe was completely clean.
But Supreme getting that first kill on the Dynamuh. They're going to pull out the Dragon Blade. And the Earthshatter coming down as well. Going to make the Dragon Blade a lot easier for Golden Bullet. They're going to get 2 kills out of it. But zWildTiger turning around and getting a couple kills the other way as well. Very high charge on the Zarya right now. He's putting out a lot of damage, but going to be bullied down. Only 2 people left rather here for the side of Armory as zWildTiger falls. So Invigorate has to come back, or I'm sorry, Invigorate trying to push it out and get the rest here. The sound barrier coming out from both sides, but the Earthshatter from GameStart knocking down DieClan. Don't know if it matters though. SupremeAaronz with the Tactical Visor, picking up 1, getting damage down on a lot of them. And now it is just Stall coming in here from the side of Armory. That is not going to work forever. Invigorate takes the 2nd point, moving on to the 3rd. 5.5 minutes left for them to complete this map. And they are definitely on pace to complete it with more than a minute left and deny that 2nd attack to Armory. Armory, despite being up 1-0 in the series and having a pretty good attack there, they are on the back foot now. They need to stall out for a very, very long time, and all they've got is the Resurrect to do it. zWildTiger coming up with the Graviton very shortly.
Yep, and going into the final stage, 5 minutes remaining. Army's gonna have to pull off something amazing to hold this. But however, all the kills right now going for the side of Invig, it is going to be extremely difficult to do as this triple tank, this triple DPS comp has been working amazing for them.
And it works right there, but the Reds coming in now from TheKeaToSuccess, going to be picking everyone back up. But still, Dpro coming in with a kill afterwards, 2 kills afterwards for Dpro. DieClan, Golden Bullet there as well. They are cleaning everything up, and this is going to be a completion coming in from Invigorate. 4 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock. No 2nd attack going to be coming in for Armory, and Invigorate coming out extremely strong on their attack. Now, I mean, it's all they need to do is take the first tick, I believe, of this first objective, and they win now under the first rules. Yes, that's all they got to do is get the first tick, and Invigorate will be taking the first map here and evening up the series 1-1.
Yep, and going into this is going to be an extremely tough one to hold, as how quick Invig did take on the first attack. With 4 minutes and 33 seconds remaining, you need to run the Mercy and hopefully the Symmetra. You need to hold this, especially with the first take. You cannot risk it. Yep, Folkonz isn't going to be running Symmetra. I don't know why teams don't do it in this duel. Oh yeah, shoot, I forget that she is currently banned from the PWL games because of the teleport glitch. Extremely unfortunate, as I feel like a lot of teams need to run it in these types of situations.
Yeah, not going to be available for Armory this time. They're going to be trying to go a counter dive defense here, going with the rogue composition. But I mean, we'll see whether it's enough to answer the aggression out of this Invigorate squad here. As we're going to be watching over the corner of zWildTiger, who's up here on this high ground, but already Invigorate getting onto the point. But it's going to be Sauce falling down early, so a little bit less heals here for the side of Invigorate. zWildTiger, though, getting forced back, not able to do too much from up here, and he is getting a Helix Rocket after a Helix Rocket up to the face, and now we're going to see, spawners coming back in for Invigorate. They are getting these kills. They are still on the point, only a little bit less control percentage they need to get that first tick and take the map. There are the kills coming in. They get the first tick, and Invigorate evens up the series 1-1.
A very strong showing from the side of Invig. You've got to be really concerned on the side of Armory.
Yeah, I mean, Armory came out strong on their attack and managed to, once they managed to get through the first point, they pushed it through the rest of the payload phase pretty quickly. But Invigorate on their attack just absolutely blistering and did not let up at all.
Golden Bullet just going off. A Genji legend finally going back on his character, just showing how strong Genji can be. Especially with his recent buff.
Oh yeah, the Dragon Blade buff. I forgot about that.
Yup, a lot of people forget about it, but Genji is stronger than he was before.
Slightly stronger, yeah, during his ult, yeah. And that's definitely a big thing for him. I know a lot of people, a lot of former Genji players, you know, they were pretty devastated when they reduced the amount of time that Genji had his Dragon Blade for. And then, you know, further little quality of life adjustments to Genji kind of nerfed him as well. I know they got rid of the ledge jump and a couple of other things. So Genji players definitely happy to be feeling the love from Jeff Clapton a little bit, you know, rather than getting the nerf hammer all the time.
All right, and Armory eSports have decided to go to Route 66 and be the first team attacking. Gonna be very interesting on seeing this. Now, Route 66 being a very open map. Oh, who do you favor going into this, Gold?
Well, I mean, we are absolutely going to see Dynamuh playing the Pharah here. But on the other side, you know, they've got Dpro, who's a very good Pharah as well. So, you know, we're going to see either team with that as an option as we get into the map a little bit. But, you know, I think we've seen Dynamuh running the Pharah almost exclusively. He's swapped off a couple of times, but, you know, if he's going to rely on the Pharah, we saw Pharah get shut down pretty easily on this map in the past. So, you know, it'll definitely be interesting to see whether they're able to make that pretty frequent pick out of Dynamuh work here. On the other side, of course, you know, it's tough to run that Pharah against SupremeAaronz. We know that they're going to be on the defense first here, and Aaron is definitely going to be on the Soldier 76, setting up on the high ground. And, you know, I think the key to success here, okay, sorry, I didn't even mean to do that, but the key to success here for Armory is going to be dealing with Aaron. I really think that one of them needs to go swap onto the Diva to dive in with Occult and really put the pressure onto Aaron. Because otherwise, I mean, Aaron just being left alone on this high ground is not going to work for Armory.
Yep, and I couldn't agree more. I would love to see a dive comp out of the side of Invigorate, as I feel like they could very much run it, as I know Gamester is an amazing Winston. But it does look like they're gonna be sadly running a standard comp, and Dpro on this Pharah coming out is something I do have a concern with. I don't favor Pharah on this map for the simple fact that it is so open to the point where if your Pharah is caught out in the open, it's very easy to shoot her.
Alright, but we will see, yeah, we'll see Pharah, yeah, playing that. The Dpro rather playing that Pharah. But, you know, I think on the defense here, Pharah is still a very viable option, and you know, there's a lot of range that you can use in order to negate the fact that Soldier is an effective counter to Pharah. So, you know, when Dpro is going to be staying very far away and just laying in the rockets, Dynamuh actually swapping onto the Pharah as well. So we are going to see this Pharah v Pharah action, but I think this actually definitely favors Dpro here, because Dynamuh going to be playing not only into the Soldier 76, but also the Zenyatta of Sauce. But so it is going to be Dynamuh falling first here, and that is exactly the problem that I was thinking they were going to run into. Occult falls as well, but Clan trades his life for it. Doesn't matter though. Gamester going down as SupremeAaronz, as I said, uncontested up on this high ground, actually standing on top of this welcome sign. Uncontested, and the Discord and SupremeAaronz combination onto Dynamuh making it impossible for him to get anything done on this Pharah. So the side of Armory being held back so far, but that pick onto LoggingOut might give them the opportunity they need to push forward. Yeah, Sauce being taken down as well. No heal is now available for the side of Invigorate. Clan's going to fall as well. So this is going to be Armory pushing forward and possibly capping out this first point before Invigorate can come back.
Yup, and now going into the saloon stage, of this map, it should Invig back off, but it doesn't look like it, as TheKeaToSuccess, Sauce, and LoggingOut are ready to come back in, as they're gonna stagger this out at the final minute. But kills going in the favor of Invig, a huge shatter coming out, and now all the kills going back in the favor of Invig, but a huge res coming out of Key, as right now the fight is completely reset. TheKeaToSuccess gonna be the first to immediately go down, as there is no reinforcements for the side of the Invig.
Yeah, now all of these kills going the way of Armory. It did look for a second like they were going to have a hard time completing it, but once they broke through that first fight, they were able to get through there. But Supreme getting 2 on his way out there. Supreme, despite being way out of position, knowing he was going to go down, decided that he was going to take a couple people with him, and managed to take down both Dynamuh and TheKeaToSuccess there. I mean, single-handedly countering this Fair Mercy composition time and time again. Do you think that they're doing enough to deal with Supreme, or was that a fluke, them breaking through that first point?
It really, not specifically Supreme. If anything, I'm gonna have to give it a Golden and Sauce on the Genji and Zenyatta. Golden has been diving in and been doing a lot of distraction work, not really coming up on the kill feed, which gave Aaronz and Dpro the room to sort of go to work. Now he's going to be switching on to the Hog, and it's going to be very interesting to see what he can do with the Hog, since normally he usually plays the Diva or the Zarya for the off tank.
We are going to see LoggingOut, well, actually both Lucios throwing down their sound barriers, but SupremeAaronz up onto another one of his favorite Helix rocket spots, all the way up on top of this building. Really 1v1ing a Genji and a Pharah, and coming out somehow alive, but no, going to be taken down by this rocket barrage from Dynamuh, and Dynamuh trying to keep his team in this fight here. And we actually do see TheKeaToSuccess still alive, still trying to farm up this ultimate here, but Occult going to fall. I think it's still enough though. I think Armory does have the numbers they need, but well, Dynamuh falling might not help here. They do still have 3 here on the point, but all of Invigorate coming back out here, getting re-established. Clan getting booped off and not going to be able to help his team out, but the full bomb from Dpro taking down TheKeaToSuccess and Gamester, so not going to have the follow-up they needed on that Graviton. Invigorate holding strong here again. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock for Armory, who they're having a little bit of trouble as they got into this saloon stage of the map.
Yup. And now coming into this next fight, a mini ult advantage for the side of Armory, as they are gonna have Shatter and Dragon Blade. It's gonna be very interesting to see what Olaf can do on this Genji Dragon Blade. Rez also going to be up, and Sauce on the Zenyatta has been doing phenomenal work with his discords and healing everybody up when they do get injured.
Occult getting the first kill of this fight though, but both going the other way. Actually, Sauce going to be taken down, so we've got a pretty even fight here so far, but Key taken down early on that Mercy, not going to be able to get that Resurrect off, so Invigorate definitely just needs to clean up now. They're going to have the advantage as all of their kills are a little bit more permanent, and yes, they are going to come out on top. Occult falls as well, and Invigorate holding strong yet again. A minute left, about a minute left once they fully get re-established on this point. Armory, they are running out of time. They still got this Resurrect. They've got the Tactical Visor up now, but definitely, oh well, actually that is what they need right there. Dynamuh taking down 2 without even using the ultimate. I don't think they're going to need to use the ults here, and they're going to keep this cart pushing forward a little bit. Invigorate might just need to back off, but they are going to come out. Clan, of course, not being at all conservative and going to be taken down there by Gamester. Unfortunately, they are probably going to lose this fight, but they do manage to stall out a little bit longer. 30 seconds now on the clock, and another Earthshatter has to come in now in order to finish this out. Gamester using that ultimate. So, I mean, they do manage to cap out the point, but they invested more into capping than they really needed to. And now, a little bit of an ult advantage still for the side of Armory, but pretty even with Invigorate, who's got a couple of ults coming online as well. And Dpro, however, being taken down there.
Yep, a huge pick. Trading, however, a Lucio for that Tracer. I'm not sure if that was a fair trade for the side of Endig, but now going into this, SupremeAaronz on this high ground doing so much work. Gamester gonna go up there and deal with him himself. But however, the damage might be done as Invig are pushing in and getting all the kills.
Yeah, Colt bringing out with the Dragon Blade though, trying to bring this back from the brink for his team, taking out LoggingOut, but not able to get anything else. Dynamuh though, finishing up golden bullets, and now with the spawners coming back in for Armory, they are going to have a little bit of an advantage in this next fight. So they're going to be trying to take this quickly and get onto the point as they still have a person or two coming back in. But at their full strength, Sauce is going to use the trance to try to keep his team healthy as they push in. But SupremeAaronz going to be taken down, Dynamuh getting that kill up on this high ground. But Dpro getting one onto Folkonz as well. However, it's still going the way of Armory right now, and Key still has the res, but Key being taken down before the res is used. Sometimes you just gotta press triangle even though it might not be the best opportunity. So now less than about 15 seconds for them to even try to touch the point here. Armory gonna be under a lot of pressure just to do that. I think they're gonna be able to make it in, but Gamester gonna be under, yeah, no, he's not gonna be able to touch it, as now it is just going to be anyone who can make it in. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to, as yeah, it is going to end right there, no overtime. Invigorate hold in the third phase, not allowing Armory to complete the map, and now Invigorate giving themselves a pretty big back door to walk in through, and looking pretty strong to take this second game if they're able to have a good offense, as good of an offense as they had on King's Row, you know.
Yep, and now going into this offense, I feel like players like Dynamuh now need to pop off. He had a very, very quiet offense, and now gonna be on the defense. It's gonna be very difficult to hold if Dynamuh does not play like his regular self. Whatever may be holding him back needs to be gone from his mind if they have any chance of winning this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we need Dynamuh to go off. Like I've been saying since the beginning, we need zWildTiger to be on the diva. They need some answer to SupremeAaronz. We'll say it until someone actually does something about it. But SupremeAaronz is the star of this Invigorate team. They're all very, very talented players, but SupremeAaronz is absolutely the star of this team. And if you don't have an answer to him, they're gonna run all over you, and that's what's happening right now. Invigorate, they were able to get a good amount of distance on the payload, but Invigorate was holding strong on both defenses and eating a lot of time off. And it's not that difficult to complete Route 66. So I think Invigorate has a very strong chance. They do have Gamester on the diva, finally someone to try to answer it, but I'm not sure whether it is soon enough.
Yep. But going into this, Folkonz on this Lucio has been doing amazing, as he's actually been getting a lot of kills. And something I would like to pop off as an idea is something that happened between Supremacy versus Invig, where Ninja Alex dove Aaronz by himself and was consistently killing him with the new Lucio buffs. I would love to see Folkonz do the same, but might be a little bit too much of a tall order.
Well, we'll have to see. I mean, however, it's going to be Gamester caught out of position here and taken down out of the mech, very low as Baby Diva as well, and all of this damage really going the way of Invigorate, but it's actually Sauce falling first. Kills going both ways, but there is SupremeAaronz gone. Not going to have that star DPS here for the attacks, but they don't need it as Dpro is still there. But what is this? Key already with a resurrect? That is insanely fast charge on Mercy. We do see that lately. Mercy being very, very fast charge rate on the ultimate and turning that fight around with a very early resurrect. Absolutely great Mercy play coming out from Key, already halfway plus some to the next resurrect as well.
Yep. And going into this, a very strong defense, running zWildTiger onto Winston and Gamester on this diva might be a good call, as they do have a pretty strong dive.
Yeah, not running a Reinhardt, definitely a strange call, but they are making it work right now for them as they are just diving very, very aggressively. They've got a Colt just in case, you know, Dpro is able to get onto the back lines, but you know, so far this counter dive defense working very effectively for most teams that are running it. We do see a charge sending zWildTiger all the way up in the air, but looking at the ult economy across the board, we've got 5 ults, almost 6 ults available here for the side of Armory. Folkonz uses that sound barrier rather, just a little bit out of position. But look at this hold coming in from Armory. They are just holding close to the door here, getting a lot of damage and backing off, not allowing Invigorate a chance to regroup here. And Invigorate not looking like their normal selves here, down to a minute 45 on the timer as they need to even complete this first objective. And I mean, they are coming in with a few ults, but we're going to see the self-destruct thrown down here. And it's going to pick up Sauce. Supreme getting picked up as well. So SupremeAaronz, they've finally found the answer for him. Armory holding Invigorate very strongly right now and looking like they're going to be able to pull off this first point hold.
Yep, and gonna be going in. They still have 3 ults to push in. However, though, Invig's gonna have 5 ults coming into the Dynamuh's gonna have to hit a pretty big shatter as he's got one of the biggest playmaking ults. However, he just wasted on solo ulting zWildTiger while the kill is there with the follow through. A tactical visor gonna be getting popped, but no value as Dynamuh couldn't find anyone. Now all the kills going in the favor.
Sorry, I just knew that Mercy was going to be coming out of nowhere. I said, "Where's Key?" And you know, there was Key. Unfortunately, I mean, Invigorate does end up coming out on top of that, despite Key getting that good resurrected. But you know, they got very lucky, I think, that they were able to get those kills in the aftermath because Key was completely left untouched. Now, I mean, Invigorate needs to win this last fight. They are going to have a chance to come back out here for the side of Armory. But Folkonz taken down very low. He does have the sound barrier, going to throw it down. But the Graviton being stuck on top of him. Huge pulse bomb from Dpro. That should seal the deal as it's going to pick up 4. He finishes it off by cleaning up Gamester. And that is going to be the first point unlocked here for Invigorate finally, all the way down to their last seconds in order to do it. And now they are under a lot of pressure to even complete this second checkpoint, much less get it to the point where Armory did. So despite having a good defense, and you know, I think everyone was kind of expecting Invigorate to come out and kind of steamroll through here. Armory doing a very good job of holding right now with this aggressive dive defense. And now we see zWildTiger jumping in. He has the Primal Rage available, so he's going to be using that as soon as he gets down low. Not going to let himself die. But, of course, the Tactical Visor coming out from SupremeAaronz not going to be enough as both he and Sauce are going to go down. And Invigorate still being held out. A couple of kills are coming in for him, but this defense from Armory too aggressive for Invigorate to deal with, and now a minute and a half left for Invigorate to try to complete the second objective, and all they're going to have right now is the pulse bomb and the sound barrier to try to do it with.
Yep, and it's going to be very interesting to see what they do with this pulse bomb, as it's going to be the only playmaking ult for the side of Invig, but losing logging out at the beginning is a very bad way to start this out. Self-destruct gonna be coming out, not gonna find anyone, but now Dynamuh with this tactical visor gonna be finding Dyclan and SupremeAaronz. But however, all of the also popping Whole Hog, very questionable. While Whole Hog not being a huge playmaking ult, would have probably preferred to save that for the next fight.
Yeah, definitely. Only gonna have Resurrect available for the side of Armory on the defense here. And, you know, Invigorate now is given the opportunity they need, going to come in and get this Earthshatter, knocking down a couple of them, and the follow-up is there for a second, but no, Key not going to be taken down, going to come back in and pick back up both of those people who got knocked down. Now it's a 6v4 on the point in favor of Armory. The Graviton has to come in for Invigorate if they want to win this, but the sound barrier is there to block it out. 25 seconds left on the board here for Invigorate as SupremeAaronz falls again, Dyclan going down as well. Everyone being burned down here for the side of Invigorate. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to get back in touch. They've got 2 people from spawn. Dpro is going to be alive and able to blink in and touch it at the very least. But they're gonna be hard pressed to get anyone really out here to hold this point. Dpro does manage to get out there, triggers the overtime, but Sauce going down early on. They're not going to have that healing. Tactical Advisor coming in from Supreme, trying to turn this around. He needs to have a big play right now. He hasn't had one yet. Gets one, but Dynamuh with his own Tactical Advisor, turning it around, getting two, getting three, and that is going to be Armory taking Route 66. 2-1, 2-1 rather, and they are going to go up 2-1 in the series. 3-1? They didn't complete the map. How do they have 3?
2-1.
Is that a new bug? Is that a new bug?
What?
Is that a new bug where because they didn't complete the map, but they got a point at the end. Is that a new bug that I didn't know about? Blizzard, if you're watching, fix this shit.
Well, regardless of what happens, Invig is gonna be losing this map regardless, and the score of the series is gonna be 2-1 right now.
Armory, 1 game away from finishing out this series and being the PWL, the inaugural PWL champions, the first PWL champions that we have ever had.
Well, it's actually best of 5, so it's gonna be 1 more game.
No, they're up 2-1. So if they win another game,
yep,
they have 3. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
1 game away. Mega throw, Lonnie. Come on, we're okay. Don't worry. We're both getting tired though. At this point, I think we've been casting for quite some time. So you know, Armory 1 win away now. Very close to finishing out this series. Invigorate, you know, they're on the brink. They are close to being knocked out here, and if they do, you know, if they lose this, that's that. They come in second place this season. PWL. I don't think there's any prize pool for second place, unfortunately. Though there's only a prize pool for first place, right?
Yep, a prize pool of $200 at that as well. Gonna be very interesting to see how Invigorate are going to play on this map, this being the same map that obviously Aaronz is known for on his Roadhog now, especially with how well he's been playing this playoff on it. Going into this, who do you favor, at least on Night Market, and who are the players that are going to have to be we're going to be watching out for?
I mean, well, we saw Invigorate play their absolute hearts out on Jiang Tower last time, so I think we are going to be seeing them, you know, play very strongly on this map again, but they need to. I mean, this is their backs against the wall, and the thing is, Armory also, I believe, played on Jiang Tower in their previous series. Yes, they did, and won that map over Discrepancy. So, you know, I think either team really could come out on top. I gotta give it a slight edge to Invigorate here. Their backs against the wall. They've got the fear in them. They've got to come out on top now. So I think that's going to come through in their play. But we are going to see this dive coming in from zWildTiger, immediately taking down Golden Bullet. So LoggingOut, going to get one onto Folkonz, evening the score. But I think this does favor the side of Armory so far, as they've got a little more oomph on the point here. Dynamuh going to be charging in, but not really getting much of anything. But it is going to be TheKeaToSuccess falling there to Dpro. So yes, we are seeing Invigorate coming out on top in this fight, and they are going to take this point first and start building up the control percentage. They absolutely need to. As I said, backs against the wall, they need a huge performance here on Jiang Tower.
Yup, and teams absolutely going off right now. I'm gonna be watching out for actually zWildTiger on this Winston. While he was one of the first to get picked off, he went off on Route 66, and I think it's only going to be interesting to see him go off on here as well.
Yeah, we do see Armory coming back in now, but it's going to be a Colt being picked off immediately there. And this is probably going to be Armory just taking the L and backing out, I would imagine. But, I mean, they do end up baiting out a nano boost here from the side of Invigorate. SupremeAaronz going to be going into the back with that nano boost, getting some work done. But Dynamuh shutting him down. At the very least, Supreme not going to be here for the next push. Dpro as well being taken down. Occult doing what needs to be done now for Armory to try to get pushed back in. 53% on the board for Invigorate as Armory is getting back in here, but Occult, Dynamuh, all contributing on the point right now to taking it, and I think they're going to be able to take it, but a good stall coming in from Invigorate right now.
Yep, Dpro coming back a little bit, but is immediately going to blink out as he realizes that everyone on his team is dead. Now pushing into his tactical visor, gonna be up for Dynamuh, along with the res and the self-destruct. Gonna be very difficult to retake. Self-destruct coming out, not getting anyone a very ambitious bomb. Tactical visor coming in, gonna get hooked by Aaronz, but is saved by the Diva. But Aaronz still hunting him down, but it might be a little bit too late as 5 unanswered kills on the side of Armory eSports, as they're gonna get a clean team wipe.
Yeah, Gamester doing a lot of work on the Diva that time, and we still see Armory holding on to a couple of ults. They've got zWildTiger's Primal Rage, they've got Key's Resurrect available to bring the entire team back. Graviton Pulse Bomb available for Invigorate, so they're going to have to make a lot happen with that. But if they don't pick Key up, it could all be for nothing here. So Dyclan getting that kill on the Folkonz though, and then the Earthshatter does knock down Key. They got to get the kill. They do manage to take down Key. This fight is going to be won by Invigorate, and they're pushing onto the point. Only needed to use the Earthshatter there to get it done as well. So good ult management from Invigorate. Still coming in though on the other side. They're going to have the Primal Rage still and the Resurrect, so they might be able to push in here. However, now Sauce joining the ranks with ultimates for Invigorate with the Nano Boost, so they do have a lot of ability to hold out here against this Armory retake attempt. We are going to see zWildTiger coming back in. He's going to be looking for a chance to use this Primal Rage and see what he can get done with it. But we're going to see Whole Hog coming out from Occult first after he gets that pick on the Golden Bullet, and that is going to at least clear out most of the point. So the kills not really happening yet. There they are now coming in. Invigorate though up to 99% on the point as Armory retakes it, and so they're going to have to hold it for the rest of this time if they want to come away with this first objective.
Yep, and looking at this 99 to 80%, this is going to be a final fight, and Invig loaded on ults. It's going to be extremely difficult for Armory eSports to hold this, but that's exactly what they need as a huge pick onto logging out. Gamester with a huge self-destruct. They didn't have as many ults as Invig did, but they're making it work as 94 to 99. They're going to be winning this first point as nobody is going to be even able to touch this. No, somebody does make at the last second. It's Dpro by himself. zWildTiger was extremely close up.
SupremeAaronz getting that kill onto zWildTiger as they come back in. This does give him the chance. Dynamuh though with the tactical visor trying to close the door. The Graviton coming in for Golden Bullet though. Supreme is there to try to follow up. The Nano being thrown out onto Golden Bullet now too, who has high charge, but his team falling around him. Occult doing a lot of work on this Roadhog, and it's just going to be him left. He's going to fall, and the first point going the way of Armory, who are now just 2 stages away from being our PWL champions.
Yep, and looking at how strong Armory is looking, they're looking to end this right here and right now. They do not want to go on to that final Hollywood map. $248 currently in the prize pool being fought between these two teams. Tournament life right now hanging for Invigorate as they are losing this map 1-0.
Invigorate, they need to bring this back from the brink right now. They are one of the best teams that we have. And I mean, like, even in this game, they have performances that are coming out and that are shining through. SupremeAaronz on this Roadhog doing a great job, but it's not enough as, you know, just the side of Armory coming out on top. They're going to rotate all the way around through the White Room, try to get around this Occult playing the Pharah. They know someone's going to play the Pharah, but it's going to be Dynamuh who falls first, then zWildTiger. So these kills are definitely favoring Invigorate. They're coming in very strong, turning this around, and it looks like they are going to be able to take this first point and start building up the control percentage on the Gardens.
Yep, and going in Look, gonna die with that barrage, so when they come in, obviously he's gonna be the only ult up, along with actually sound barrier for logging out. Gonna be very interesting to see what happens, as I feel he's gonna have to enter and start this fight with the barrage.
But yeah, the sound barrier is going to be coming out now from the side of Armory, from Invigorate rather, as they are trying to hold on here. Logging Out actually gets the kill onto his counterpart, and yeah, this is going to be a hold coming in from Invig, as they are getting these kills still in the feed, and a long enough fight being dragged out here that they are going to be able to get it all the way up to around 55% before the side of Armory is able to regroup.
Yep, and now coming in a pretty big ult advantage for the side of Invig, as they're about to, they have 3 ults up and are about to have 5, but all the ults coming online except the Hog and Barrier for the side of Armory. A lot of ults are about to be up. A good pick on the Dpro starting this fight. A Shatter coming out of Clan, but is gonna be followed through very slowly, but all the kills are coming through as Golden and Aaronz are able to follow through. Whole Hog coming in after the res and gonna be getting all the kills, completely nullifying that res.
Yeah, all of those kills, all the follow-up was there. Golden Bullet with the Graviton, SupremeAaronz with the Whole Hog. They did have to use all of their ults to do it, but they are up to 85% on the board and still staggering these kills out. So it's going to be a while before Armory is able to get everyone back on here. Dpro, though, falling there to Occult, who then falls himself. So, I mean, there is a chance for him to come in. The Primal Rage coming out now from zWildTiger, who needs to make something happen here, but his team falling down around him. Gamester and zWildTiger, though, taking a kill of their own, so this might be the opportunity for them to push in. They haven't been able to take control of this point yet, though, so Invigorate only needs to hold out, and they will be taking this stage. He going down. No Resurrect going to be built up here for the side of Armory, and they are still losing people. SupremeAaronz finally falling down, but I think this is going to be going the way of Armory, as the Whole Hog coming in finally for Occult. Yes, they're going to knock everyone off this point, and they are going to take control. Finally, 99% on the board for Invigorate, as Armory start building up the percentage. They got a long time to hold, only a couple of ults to do it with.
Yep, and Aaronz on that Hog, especially on this map, is definitely not going to allow it. A Graviton going to be coming out, going to be getting the Soldier and the Diva, but the follow through isn't there, as all the kills are right now going in the favor of Armory eSports.
Armory holding strong. All they had to use was just the sound barrier there to hold on there. So definitely good ult management coming out. Primal Rage going to be available for them yet again. zWildTiger has been able to do a lot of work with that ultimate. At the very least, knocking people around and making it difficult for them to get anything going. But Occult getting that kill onto Clan there, throwing him into the well. And this is going to be another continuation of this hold. Occult getting another hook into the pit. They really just got to stop facing that direction, because Occult is just lining them up and throwing them in there time after time. Now Invigorate down to, they've only got about 30 seconds left to get in on this point and try to retake it. And they are, building up the ultimates slowly but surely, but not going to have enough really to deal with the ult bank built up by Armory right now. They're going to throw in the self-destruct immediately. Not going to get anything. Well, actually they are. They're going to get sauce out of it. The Nano Boost was thrown out there, and these kills are coming in for Invigorate, but they haven't killed TheKeaToSuccess yet. Key going to be trying to fly around and stay alive, but no, Key gonna fall finally to Dpro. So this is the chance that Invigorate was looking for. They're gonna move in, they're going to retake this point, and Key gotta be wishing that they just pressed the triangle button a little bit earlier there, that you get that invulnerability, you bring even the 2 or 3 people that were dead at that point back to life, and you've got a whole new fight here. But Invigorate, well, no, Key coming back in perfect timing, picking everyone back up. They've got 3 alive on the point. We thought it was over, but no, they are back in here. Occult does get taken down, but here's Dynamuh coming in off the spawn, taking down Sauce. So So the hook gets on the key, does manage to take him down, and now the whole hog coming in from Aaron, who, yeah, okay, now Invigorate is going to close it out. Aaron coming back in on that whole on that Roadhog and finishing it out, evening up Jiang Tower 1-1, and Invigorate, they're hanging on. They're hanging on.
Yep. Going into this, going to be, as we go into this third round on the control center, a very different ball game than Night Market and Garden, as this is a very enclosed map. Going into this, who are you going to favor?
I mean, I think I want to give it to Invigorate here. That, you know, they are, as I said, the pressure is on them. They are down one game in the series, and if they lose this one, they lose all of their chances of winning any sort of money here. So Invigorate, they do play well on this stage, and Aaron has been doing a lot of work on the Roadhog. I'm going to be expecting to see him continue that. But of course, we're seeing a lot happening out of the other side as well. Dynamuh actually switching onto the Sombra here, so probably looking for a chance to counter the heavy tank composition of Invigorate here. But no kills coming in for either side just yet. Finally, TheKeaToSuccess is going to be the first to fall. Folkonz falling after as well, and Invigorate getting in this kill feed, taking this first fight very quickly and taking the point along with it, starting to build up control percentage. Dyclan doing a lot of work in that fight, getting up to 90% on his Earthshatter already, and going to have that available, as well as Supreme with the whole hog. I mean, Dpro, of course, we expect to have the pulse bomb available, but those tank ults do not come up that easily, and you know, Dyclan and Supreme did a whole lot during that last fight.
Yep, and Dynamuh going on to the Sombra, now going on the Reaper. Obviously now wondering what to run against this Invigorate squad. Very questionable, but now kills going for both sides. Dyclan, however, gonna go down, gonna give the man advantage to Armory right now, as the damage is being outputted onto the side of Invig, but the rest of the team not following through, as they're all focusing different targets.
Yeah, we do see Golden Bullet getting up to very high charge before being taken down there, but doing a lot of damage. And now the self-destruct is going to come out, but no one really there to make anything happen with it for Gamester. Dyclan actually putting in a lot of work, taking down both of the supports, and at the very least stalling out this point long enough for a lot of the team to get back. Primal Rage, though, going to come in from zWildTiger as they're trying to finish this off. Occult as well, using the whole hog. This, again, is a lot of ults being used by Armory, and, you know, not really getting a whole lot with them, as Invigorate coming back in here. The sound barrier coming out for Armory, but the Graviton there, and Dyclan nano boosted, just swinging into it, turning it into a blender. We are going to see Key coming back in with the Resurrect, trying to keep the team in it, but Armory falling in the kill feed, and this entire time it's been under Invigorate control. Invigorate now up to 90% on this control meter. They've got a couple of ults still alive. They don't even need to use them. Aaron can now use this whole hog to knock them back if necessary, but this is going to be Invigorate going up 2-1 here on Jiang Tower, staying in this series.
Yep, and the main reason they didn't take that, even though looking dominant, is because the staggers started coming in for both sides, and upon that, whoever has point control just is gonna win the round, as no side is gonna have an upper hand, and that's obviously what happened. Armory should have disengaged, call everyone to back up, and should have re-engaged the moment they started losing more than 20% in that fight.
Absolutely, Armory definitely staggering themselves out there for quite some time, wasting a lot of opportunity to regroup and come back in as a full team, but maybe they've learned the lesson. They are switching Gamester onto the Reinhardt that he was running earlier on off of the Diva, so now they're going to have that big 2,000 health shield in front of them. Maybe that'll be the difference maker here. Of course, we are going to see Invigorate continue to do the same strategy they always do, really rotate around onto the point immediately, but it's going to be zWildTiger getting onto Sauce there to start this off. Supreme taken down very low, no Ana heals here to sustain the triple tank composition, and yes, this is going to be Armory coming out on top right now, getting the kill that they need to take this first point.
Yep, looking extremely strong on this, and this is the one map they actually won. So this obviously being more of like a home advantage for them, looking super comfortable on night market. So if they are going to lose this, it wouldn't be surprising, but Invigorate, being a very strong team, could very possibly take this. But 2 picks now for the side of the Armory eSports. A kill going in their favor from Golden Bullet, but that's going to be all that is, as Golden Bullet gets a kill on the key. But Aaronz and Golden still alive, still doing all this work, as it's 2 of them against the entirety of Armory eSports. Finally, Golden's going to be going down, but Aaronz on this hog is an absolute monster, as he somehow brought it back for his team. Rez is going to be forced on the key as they trade the point 40-0.
Aaron is this man is not a human being. I don't know what is going on with him, but he's able to just do things that are not real. They just should not be happening. Holding on there, getting kill after kill with Golden Bullet. The sound barrier has to come in, but Golden Bullet's Graviton is not going to get any sort of follow-up on it, and this is going to be Armory flipping it right back the other way. I mean, Aaron can't be a god all the time, I guess. He does manage to get 1 kill out of that push, but holy cow, Aaron just putting Invigorate on his back right now, trying desperately to keep them alive on that point. They were only able to get 25% though. Graviton coming in now for Armory as they are trying to stop this push, but follow-up not really there. It's actually going to be Gamester taken down. The whole hog coming out from Aaron as he's going to push forward with it and do a whole lot of damage. They do need to start rotating to this point, but they are getting the kills they need to. But Occult taking Aaron down there might slow them down, and the Resurrect coming in from Key, only picking up 1 though, so yeah, not going to be a very good use of that ultimate, and this is going to be Invigorate coming back in, taking the point. 77% on the board for Armory, but Invigorate looking like they could possibly come out with a win here on Jiang Tower and even up our series, taking us into Game 5 in our finals.
Yep, but starting this Gamester, gonna have this Earth Shatter. It's gonna be a huge play for this, as everybody in Invigorate is sort of lining up right after each other. Oh, a amazing pin on the Dynamuh, as that's gonna give him the pick. However though, Golden getting nano boosted, but the shatter was there for him, completely nullified. Now, as Armory eSports fighting back for this point, they're gonna take it as they have a 3-man advantage. Aaron's gonna jump off the map to avoid feeding ult. And now 80% to 65. This is going to be the last fight for Invigorate should they lose this. And however though, there are no ults up for them. zWildTiger, Whole Hog going to be up. Whole Hog going to be coming out immediately, just keeping everyone back. Somebody has snuck past as Dpro, only 6 health on the point, gonna recall, be immediately taken down. But nobody else from the side of Armory is gonna be able to make it. Aaron's nearly there, but not gonna be enough.
And Armory tying things up here on Jiang Tower. We are now back with Invigorate's backs against the wall. I mean, they could come out on top in this map, and this was, I believe they did win the control center. So if there is any map that Invigorate wants to be on right now, it is this one. But, you know, if Armory comes out on top of this map, they are going to be our PWL champions, and they're going to take that $240 prize pool.
48.
By the way, there is still time, ladies and gentlemen. Get to the Matcherino, donate, please. You can, I think you can even donate via the bits on our Twitch right now. Give us some more money for this prize pool so that this top team can have, you know, a nice little prize at the end of this awesome season, first season of PWL. But we will see things getting started as these teams are preparing for what could be the last round. Occult getting that pick on the Dpro. He wants it to be the last round, that's for sure. They're going to get onto Dyclan immediately afterward. Dyclan going down. This is 2 picks already going the way of Armory, as they are looking very strong to come in and take first control here on Control Center.
Yup, looking extremely strong. They're gonna take point first, and with their backs against the wall, Invig's life on the line. But the pressure is coming in, the damage is definitely coming in. Aaron's getting that first pick for his team, trying to push in. However, immediately logging out, gonna go down as well. And right now, all the kills right now going for Invig, not Invig, going for Armory eSports. Dpro trying to pull it back, but it's a little bit too late as the damage has already gone in. Now, Invig's gonna have to reset. Now 30% to 0 with Res, Earthshatter, Tactical Visor, Whole Hog, nearly every ult online for Armory eSports. This is going to be an extremely difficult point to push through. As also getting a huge pick on Dpro is absolute amazing. And right now, all the kills again going for Armory eSports as they're completely dominating this stage.
Yeah, they absolutely are, and this is what they need to be doing right now. They are managing their ults effectively as well. TheKeaToSuccess still with the Resurrect, and look at that pick onto Dpro, taking him out of the fight early on, going to further delay this Invigorate push, now getting up to 70% on this control meter. They didn't have to use any ults to hold off that last 10%, so they're still going to be at a huge ult advantage here. Invigorate, though, coming back in, they're going to have a few ults available to themselves, but the Graviton coming in from Armory first. The Earthshatter has to answer it, as well as their own Graviton, but I'm not sure the follow-up's there. zWildTiger does go down, but two coming back the other way for Armory, and they still have the res available. TheKeaToSuccess has not gone down. Kills going the way for Armory. They are still getting all of these kills in the feed. Just going to be Dpro left alive here. He's going back to try to stay alive, and so that he can three-touch the point. Not going to happen. Armory coming out on top, 3-2, winning the series, 3-0 over Invigorate, and they are our PWL champions this season.
Armory eSports, absolute and amazing team. Ola going absolutely insane as he put his team on his back that last round.
Yeah, Occult on this Roadhog too. You know, we did a lot of talking about SupremeAaronz on the Roadhog, but Occult putting in absolute work on the hero as well. And I mean, in a very, very thrilling final, you know, despite it being a 3-0, this was one of the closest 3-0 victories I have ever seen in any matchup out of these two teams. GG to both sides, but especially GG to Armory, who are going to be taking that grand prize of $248.
An amazing showing right there, but a huge shout out to Armory for winning it. Invig trying their best, but sadly wasn't enough. Folkonz, zWildTiger, TheKeaToSuccess, Gamester.